Hey guys, let's get started in session 1. Before you start any work, please make sure that you have read the email that I sent out that corresponds to the session. So you're getting ready to start on session 1. Please make sure that you have accessed and read the session 1 directions email. Now, in order to get started, I am going to suggest that you watch 2 videos. They are crash course videos, and they're going to get you up to speed on the 3 main theories in sociology. So you may be a little confused or a little lost when you get into the coursework if you don't understand these 3 main theories. Now, if you're just coming out of Sociology 210, hopefully you would have a great understanding of the 3 main theories in sociology. But if you don't know what those are, or if it's been a little while, I'm going to definitely suggest you watch those 2 videos. And they are linked here at the top of session 1. So crash course number 1 and number 2. Moving into the session work, each week you'll need to do the assigned reading first, and you'll see the chapter and the pages associated with the assigned reading clearly laid out for you in each session in Moodle. Now you'll notice that I don't always assign an entire chapter, and that's because I really do want you to do the reading. And I tried to be very careful in choosing the content in the book that addresses the specific expectations for the course. So I definitely don't want to waste your time and make you read things that are not necessary. For session 1, you'll see that you're going to read a portion of chapter 1. So you'll start on page 9 at the Theoretical Frameworks for Viewing Marriage section, and then you will read through to the table 1.5. So table 1.5 is included in what you are required to read. So read that, and then we'll get started on the actual work. So then you're going to move into your session activities. You have a journal first, and journal activities typically are going to have some sort of video or some activity to return back to in the text, and you're going to click on your journal link. I'm going to open in a new tab so I can get back to this main screen for you. All right, here we go. I'm going to show you exactly how to complete and submit your journals. So you're going to watch this video here. That's a link that you click on. And then you are going to submit your journal via the following format. So what you're going to do is you're going to copy the items that are in between these dotted lines. I'm going to copy. And then I'm going to click this button at the bottom, Start or Edit My Journal Entry. When I do that, I can scroll down and find now the entry box. So I am going to paste. All right, notice the directions say that my content that I answer needs to be typed in a different colored format, or excuse me, a different colored font. So this is a trick on your eyes to make sure that you've responded with enough content in order to earn full credit for the journal. So these questions should be answered in paragraph form. I'm not talking massive paragraphs, but 4 to 5 sentences. And so what you can do here is you will type your sentences here. And once you are done with your input, you can highlight your whole response, and then you can select this paintbrush and you can change the color. So please make sure that you change the color to something that I can actually see. Okay, so let's, I will choose purple here. You're not required to choose purple, but you can. And see, then you can visibly see on your screen the difference in the color of my questions and the color of your content that you have answered. Once you have done that and it's formatted correctly and you've got enough response there, you're going to hit this blue Save Changes button. Once you do that, that submits your journal entry, and you're done with that activity. Going back to the main page, your next item is the session 1 lecture notes. So again, I'm going to open this link in a new tab so I can return back to my main session. Okay, you are going to click on this link here and watch the lecture video for session 1. You're going to be asked to click on the session 1 lecture notes, Cornell Notes template link. So what you're going to do is you're going to click right here, session 1 lecture notes. Now, this is going to prompt you to make a copy. You are going to click make a copy, and this is going to make a copy and deposit it for you in your Google Drive. Let me lift this up just a hair so you can see. All right. So you're going to complete these notes via the Cornell note-taking method while you are watching my lecture video. You're welcome to pause the lecture video and put in your answers as we go. So Cornell notes are formatted where I have put in items on the left-hand side here, and then your information is typed on the right-hand side under the notes section. So again, you're only typing in things on this right-hand side, okay? So you should not be typing on the left. You're typing on the right. And notice again, your notes will go into this template in a different colored font. Again, it's a trick on the eyes, so it's easy for you to see what you have put into the document. Keep in mind that these notes are to be college level notes, so don't just throw in a couple of words. Actually record your notes as if you're going to use these to study for a test. These notes holistically are worth 35% of your actual grade, so they do require some effort. Now, returning back to the page, we're going to talk about your last activity. This is a writing activity, and this week's writing activity discusses your personal attitudes and feelings towards marriage. So we are going to do this much like we do our session notes, where you're going to click on a template link. You're going to be forced to make a copy, and then you are going to see the assignment. Writing assignments are worth 100 points, just like the Cornell notes, and they are worthy of your time and effort as well. So the directions will be here. This is going to ask you to go to page 371 of your textbook and complete a scale or a self-assessment. And then you're going to answer some questions. Now, your responses will go in these boxes, and each response is worth a certain number of points, and I have labeled those for you in purple on your assignments. Please make sure that you are using content from the book, so evidence should be very clear to me that you have a good understanding and you are reflecting on these particular questions and thought processes. I'm really looking for your thorough reflections. So you're going to find that I am not the type of sociology instructor that is going to shove my opinions off on you. I am simply going to present you with material, and I'm going to expose you to content. And then through your coursework, I'm going to kind of ask you questions and encourage you to reflect on all of these topics and make your own conclusions. So I just want you to know that this is a safe space for you to say whatever you feel like you need to say, and explain how you feel that way. No one else is going to be reading your work. I am not going to grade you based upon your opinions. I am going to grade you based upon the content and your level of deep reflection. So just keep in mind, that's not anything you need to be worried about, especially when we start the semester off talking about your view on marriage. People have all different views on marriage and whether it's needed or not. And so I want you to know that you can say whatever you need to say. All right. So that is the 3 things that you'll submit this week. When you are submitting your lecture notes or your attitudes towards marriage writing activity, you will actually submit right through your Google Drive because that is connected to Moodle. So you can click a button, access your Google Drive, and it pulls your assignment right over. I do not have the ability to show you how to do that because I'm not a student in Moodle. But if you're not exactly sure how to do it, please send me an email and let me know, and you and I can find a time to video chat this week, and I can actually see your screen when we do that, and I can walk you through that. Hopefully you know how to do that from other classes, but if not, it is not a problem. I'm happy to help you. I just need to know that you need the help. One final reminder, please make sure that you're working ahead of deadlines. If you need to psych yourself out and tell yourself that this work is due on Sundays or Mondays, do it. Remember that deadlines are no later than 11:55 p.m., which means at exactly 11:55 p.m., the submission links will go down and you can't submit anything after 11:55. So it's got to be before the clock strikes 11:55 p.m. Just make sure you're utilizing your time management skills and you're making a plan to get everything done before the deadline. And I hope that once you get started in this coursework, you'll find that it is interesting stuff to read about, learn about, and to reflect about. As always, I'm an email away. Please reach out if you have questions or concerns. Y'all have a fantastic week.